Just hide it all. Like, I don't even want to look at this. I'm just gonna hide it. Oh my god, this is so aggressive. My name's Meg, that's Noodle, and today we're designing billboards for board games. Now let's make some stuff. I picked 3 board games from my living room to design billboards for. Scrabble, Trouble, and Hues and Cues, my new favorite. So let's get started with our billboard design for Scrabble. If you can't tell, I'm wearing a very on-theme outfit for this, my Scrabble dress. And so let's just put 10 minutes on the clock and start designing something. Let's go to Google and see if we can find a Scrabble font. Obviously, if this was a real billboard, we'd be like making and using their actual brand fonts, but for this, we're just gonna go for it. We download this font. Hopefully it's not a virus that's gonna kill my computer. Scrabble, we love it. We could actually go against what I said previously and make this white text on a red background, but we're gonna avoid it feeling like a stop sign by adding some other gradients and such, like they do here, where they have, you know, these sort of darker vignette gradients. So let's try that. Get a good bright red color going. Maybe not that red. It's probably more of a magenta red over on this right side over here than, ooh, that looks good. Kind of a lot. It's really red. I think it needs to be a little less, wow. Let's see, maybe saturation could be a little bit less, and then brightness a little bit darker. Now it's like mauve almost. Maybe make it more red. That looks good. Okay, and we'll drag that layer all the way to the bottom. Got Scrabble. This looks bad. Rectangle that's a little bit darker red, like this. We'll add that rectangle over it. And then we're gonna add a mask over here on the right. And the way I like to make vignettes is just go and take the hardness of a brush in a mask, make it 0. So super feathery, make the size pretty large, and then start taking away this middle section. That looks okay, but it's still a little bit much. So I'm actually gonna just take down the opacity a bit so it looks really subtle. Okay, cool. They have a great serif font here with these little doodads on the bottom here, the little feets and stuff. That's a serif font. That mixed with the kind of sans-serif, so the font with no feet, is a good combo. So I'm gonna try and do something like that. I think I'm just gonna abandon this Scramble or Scrabble font. Just feels a little too on the nose. Let's go get the Scrabble logo. Oh my god, that's like so crunchy. Is this better? Equally as crispy and like crunchy. Why is it so crunchy? Okay, let's do a time check. We have literally 3 minutes left, so let's fucking go. We're gonna try and blow it up to a bigger size and watch it get extremely pixelated. Looks pretty bad. I like what they have here on the box, so I think I'm gonna go in with more of those Scrabble, look for Google Scrabble pieces. It's good enough. And now we got our pieces. Okay, that was 10 minutes. And as you can see, we got really nowhere. So we're gonna give ourselves another 5 minutes. And I think that will actually allow us enough time to get to where we want to go. I think I want a more lifestyle ad, more just like Scrabble pieces. It's simple. That's kind of cool. I like that. I'm gonna use this image. It's simple. Download for free. Thank you, Amanda Jones. And we are gonna go back to Photoshop. Just like hide, just hide it all. Like I don't even want to look at this. I'm just gonna hide it. I'm gonna make this even bigger. And then maybe add this. Oh wait, I don't want that. I want the logo. I think one of the best things a board game can be is easy to play. Easy to get someone new to want to play and be able to explain the rules very fast, easy for them to understand, because a lot of people don't want to do things when they feel like they're going to be bad at them, they don't understand them, or they feel stupid even trying to understand them. And so I think Scrabble is a really great game, and it's a simple game to explain to someone. So I think that works for this ad. We're gonna take off this vignette because it looks bad. Take off this color overlay. Only a few more minutes. And I'm honestly feeling pretty good. I wonder, it's simple overlay. It's kind of cool. And then do it again. You know, this one be a normal overlay, the top layer. And then remove the background. Let's see if it'll do it. Let's see. Well, that's part of it. But I like this. I like where we're going with this. So let's go back. We'll just use our trusty old magic wand tool. Not bad, but we need to go in and fix the mask. Ooh, see, that's kind of nice because it's really adding this, what these are doing in the background are just adding this lovely shadow. Okay, our time's up. And so this is our first billboard that we've made for Scrabble. And we did rely heavily on the photography concept. So I will give it that. I'll give full credit to that photographer who submitted this image, and I'll put their information down in the description. But I think this works great, and I would be happy to, you know, contribute to that photographer for this if this was a real ad. Cool, so let's move on over and do our next design sprint. 15 minutes on the clock. We're on to Trouble, which is one of my favorite games as a kid. I just love, you remember this? So satisfying. Let's actually start designing something. Well, first we'll get the logo, like we learned last time. Go to Google, Pop-O-Matic. Got it. Oh my God, this is so aggressive. See, this is what I had. This, oof, so good. This looks so good, even nowadays. The nostalgia, so good. All right, anyways, use the background removal tool. Let's see.
You suck.
You fucking suck. Magic wand tool, once again, pulling through for us. Thank you. I kind of like how it's up in the top right corner. We'll get some product shots. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll take this product shot and we're gonna make that real big. Make it real big. I mean, they have the Pop-O-Matic in the font and the logo so prominently that I really want to show off that thing, because that was, I mean, they even let you try it in the box. Now, that's something. I think we need the background to do something because white is just not happening. I kind of like this yellow color, so what I'm going to do is take the yellow from the Pop-O-Matic. Ooh, I think this is going to be bad, but brace yourselves. Okay, it's actually not as bad as I was thinking. So what about this? What happens here? Ooh, ooh, I like that. That's fun. Ooh, okay. I wonder if I do this again. Ooh, I mean, like, it's kind of chaotic, but I also kind of like it. I'm gonna do just normal. Ooh, okay, that is something. And then I'll do it one more time, but this one, I promise, I'm just trying to overlay with something. Overlay, and I want it to be black. Oh, I don't know what this is. This is like, I'm unintentionally finding what I want to do with this image. So now color overlay, and I'm gonna use the normal black, boom, and then move it and kind of make it like the outline that you see, and then do another one, but make it one of these colors. So maybe make it the red. And then, but move it to the back and then move it out. Ooh, yes. All right, let's make another one of these backgrounds, but make it blue. And I'm just using these colors straight up from this image that we got. I really like this. What I don't love is over here in the corner, you can start to see some of these masks come up, and I really only want the border on this like lower left handle or lower left corner. I'm gonna put all the color overlays that are in the background, so these bottom three, into a folder. And then we're gonna make a little mask and come in and then just get rid of those extra little bits up here. I feel like it's just very like board gamey to have a vignette of some sort. I don't know, I'm just really feeling the vignettes these days. And so what I did is I duplicated this background layer, and now I'm gonna make it a little bit darker, and then come in here, make a mask, and do just what we did with the last one, where I make the brush super big, hardness nothing, and then come in here and use it to feather out these edges. And it just kind of puts a spotlight on your main stuff. So I think it helps people know what to look at. Billboards just don't really want that much text because you really have so little time to see them. So I'm not gonna add any sort of slogan or anything to these. You know what? I'm just gonna call it here. Almost 5 minutes left over. So we actually did this one in about 10 minutes, I would say. This is it. I really like this. Billboards are really meant to be a flash of something you see that makes you recall it again later. And I think this does that. I would see the board and the logo and know exactly what it is. It's vibrant, so it would stick out. If it was in a bunch of trees, it would stand out against that. Before I continue critiquing this, I'm going to just move on to our last billboard of the day. 15 minutes on the clock. Now let's do our last billboard of the day, Hues and Cues. And as a designer, I love this game because basically what you do is it's all about guessing which color these are. So say this is my color, this shade of green. I don't say that to anyone, but to the rest of the group that I'm playing with, I say, I have one word that I can describe it with, and I'll say grass. And then everyone puts down their little pawns and what grass color they think I'm talking about. And then the second round, I say I'm allowed 2 words. And so I'll say lemon lime or something. And so they're like, oh, it's more yellowy, or it's more this or more that. And so then I think it's 2 rounds, you get to place colors. And then at the end, it's kind of whoever's the closest or within a certain range gets points. And clearly just as a designer, I love colors and color theory, and this is just really fun. So I'll see if they have a logo, but because it's kind of a newer game, I'm not sure they will. Hues and Cues logo. Ah, they do. Look at that. Wow, Scott Brady, thank you. We love this. Oh, here you can see, so once everyone puts down their little cones, you put down this little box, and basically if you're in the box, you get so many points. If you're dead center in the box, then you get like the most points. If you're like just touching the box, so like this little red guy over here would get a point, but then people who are not near the box at all like get no points. And so it's a whole like point system game. Ah, here's another great image where you see the card that you get. So like G19 was here. But yeah, really fun game. Highly recommend. But so definitely want to make use of this beautiful gradient. So here you see the board game. We're gonna bump it up, take off the edges too. So it's literally just this. Bring that in here. Watch this, just watch. Remove background. I'm talking to it like it fucking uses voice command. But like what? This image could not be easier to cut out from the background. It's basically a big like black square, so I don't understand how it struggles so hard. Here we go, delete that guy. And then this. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll make this blurry because it's already kind of blurry. Let's get a blur going. For the games that are not the Scrabble or the Trouble of the world and have really cemented themselves in our pop culture history, so you don't really need to give as much information, I think here it's actually really good to show the full box, so that way when someone goes into a store, they know what they're looking for. So I wanted to be a little bit more literal this go around. A guessing game of colors and clues. Guess that color. Game of colors, colorful game. I think like colorful. They already have a slogan, but I want to make it just like different than what they already have. And then I'll just go in here and get impact, because that's what this looks like to me. Even though it's probably something special. Colorful guessing game for vibrant people. Like calling someone vibrant feels like, oh, I'm so vibrant. Like that's such a compliment. I don't know. Colorful guessing game for vibrant people just feels like kind of lame. So I've decided that for the slogan, I am going to use their slogan because again, I want to drill in that brand consistency for people. I'm going to take this logo, the Hues and Cues part, select, and I'm gonna make that its own layer. So kind of copy and paste it over that. I'm just gonna make this bigger than it would be on the box. I'm gonna make a fake black box around it. I'm gonna use this grid on here. That way, this, ooh, see, this is good. And I don't know if I want a drop shadow on this text or should I just do a stroke and do black? I kind of like that this looks like a meme. I think now we're shifting our strategy from like what's most recognizable in the store to like what would make someone think this might be a meme on a billboard and make them stop and look. I think it's just because of the use of this font. I could make this background a little bit brighter. Linear light, hard mix. Whoa, that is wild. This is like Nickelodeon. I kind of like it in a very, very weird way. Too dramatic. But then again, it does really make the box stand out. And then this, I think this should be linear light and then this one should be normal. Time is up. I think I'm gonna make the executive call to do this. But I think this might actually call more attention to the box itself the simplicity of it really ties into the box's branding. So I'm just gonna go with that. So we did it. We did all 3 billboards for our board games. And so now let's look at our 3 billboard designs and see how we did. I actually really like how these turned out. I think this is maybe like the first design sprint thing that we did in this history of this channel that I feel like, ooh, this actually looks kind of good. My favorite of the 3, probably the trouble one. It really just came to me so easy and I loved the colors. The most challenging was definitely the first one, which always kind of happens with these design sprints. And the last one, we were really down to the last second on what we were gonna do with that background. And I think that last minute call that we made to really focus on the box, and because it is a new game, focusing on what people will see in stores and keeping that brand recognition really benefits us. And I also think just the stark contrast of black and white would work really well on like a highway ad or something like that. This is what they would look like if they were on a billboard on the side of the road, which is fun. And I can link these mock-ups down below in case you ever want to do some cool billboard designs of yourself. This was really fun. Almost as fun as if we played a board game together. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Subscribe to the channel for more design inspiration videos like this. I have really been liking making these videos and I'm excited to see where this channel takes us. When we're back, we'll continue to find inspiration in the unexpected. Till next time, bye!